Merry Christmas, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief, APGAINS of the 69th Precinct, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, greatest YouTuber, self-proclaimed for almost 2 years in a row. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary of YouTube. Big celebrations. It is Christmas, but we're close enough to New Year's that this will be our 2022 official 2022 greatest free-to-play guide of all time. Now, I want to stress free-to-play. A lot of stuff changes a little bit if you spend lots of money in this game. So if you have a couple $1,000s laying around, you're a high roller, you know, you got that trust fund, maybe you worked really hard in life and you want to spend a couple $1,000s in this game, this will change a little bit. For those of you who are staying free to play, this will be the guide for you. Now let's hop into it. Just to preface this, this is similar to other farming guides because, lo and behold, APGAINS did the research the first time, so every time it changes, it gets better. It doesn't randomly, drastically turn into something new because I've been providing you guys with good information. So a lot of this is going to be the same as the previous one. It's going to be updated with a lot of marquee characters, especially marquee characters that became accelerated rate. We're actually going to have ships and graphics for the first time, so this will be the best farming guide for you guys. And hopefully the quality and production value is a little bit higher so you guys can more accurately understand the points I'm trying to make. So this is a 10-phase system. There's 10 phases, split up into 10 phases, so it's easy to figure out which phase you're in, which phase you're going to progress to, which to come back to if you miss some. I kept it nice and simple for you guys. So phase 0, no surprise to anyone who's been playing the game since the Vader rework. Yes, they did nerf him a little bit. He's not as good against Galactic Legends, but still, if you guys are watching an early free-to-play farming guide, you're not facing a bunch of Galactic Legends. So Darth Vader is going to be your phase 0. He will be your first Zeta. His Merciless Massacre Zeta will be your first Zeta. He will be your first Relic. He will be your best character for a long time. You're going to get a ton of free-to-play value out of this character. He's easy to gear. All 3 of his Zetas are fantastic, and he's just all around going to be your best friend. Now, phase 1. This is when you first start. Those first couple levels, you can't farm a lot of stuff because options are limited to what you can and can't access. Some phase 1 characters are more important, like, you know, Old Ben, Farmboy, Ahsoka, Anakin, I would say, are very important. Boba Fett, the Geos, Newt, Magna Guard would be low, but these characters right here are kind of middling important. And Moff Gideon is kind of an experimental... I am super sick, by the way. Moff Gideon is kind of an experimental where I'm going to put him up there with the likes of Anakin, Ahsoka, Old Ben, and Farmboy Luke, but if you leave him off in that little middle section of phase 1, it's totally fine. Now, for the phase 1 characters like the Geos and Newt Gunray and, you know, Boba Fett and Magna Guard, you can come back to those characters later. They're not the most important thing in the entire world. These are just kind of the baseline characters that you can farm, and we'll farm a little bit. You don't got to 7-star them. Obviously, 7-star your Old Ben, Farmboy, Ahsoka, and Anakin because they are the priorities, but the rest of the characters you can leave at 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, 6 stars, whatever it may be. You can come back to those characters in the future. Now, phase 2. Phase 2 is where we really get crack-a-lack-a-lack, and this is where we make up for a lot in GAC. I would say this is where we make up a lot in Squad Arena, but Squad Arena has been significantly nerfed and is no longer super important. But for you guys, it is still going to be important, so you're going to want to get your Bastila Shan unlocked and ability material, then level up as fast as humanly possible. The second that Bastila Shan node opens up, I am sick, I'm going to cough again. I'm having a fantastic Christmas. Drop a like if you are also having a fantastic Christmas. Bastila Shan's leadership ability is the most broken thing in the early game, so you are going to want to get her unlocked and leveled up because she gives 200% protection up to all Jedi allies. That's what you're going to use in Squad Arena. That's what's going to dominate your Galactic War for you guys, so you can clear Galactic War every day. She is fantastic. You want to get her. Jolie Bindo is going to be a useful character down the line. He has a very good Zeta. You're going to want to start farming him passively through fleets and through hard nodes as well a little bit. Now, the other 4 characters are kind of like the below average characters from phase 1. We can come back to them eventually. They are not high priorities. We unlock their farms a little bit so we can dabble in them a tad, but they are by no means must 7-star right away characters. They are Moff Gideon and Snowtrooper, Dark Trooper, Empire units. As you guys can see here, this is going to be used for the R2-D2 event. R2-D2, of course, being needed for CLS, one of our first pickups and one of our best teams for a long time. And then, of course, Geospy we have access to now. And eventually he's going to go into a Geonosian team, but he has low priority in terms of farming. So those are the first 2 phases. Let's hop in to the next 3, I guess. Phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be rounding out a lot of stuff. We're going to get Sunfac, who's going to be the 4th Geonosian that we can get before we hit level 85, and we can start, or level 84, I guess, and we can start unlocking Geonosian Brood Alpha. Princess Leia and Stormtrooper Han, we are going to be farming in the Squad Arena token area, whatever it's called, in the shipments, because they are 2 more characters needed for CLS. They're going to be incredibly important to get those guys 7 stars as fast as possible. Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn is an easy farm. I believe he's in Cantina. I believe he's a Cantina farm. He has become much, much, much more valuable to the free-to-play player in kind of that late early to early middle to even late middle mid-game. So he is kind of like the up-and-coming Darth Vader, where he got a nice Omicron rework, and Omicrons are not going to be something that you guys are going to be super focused on as early game players immediately, but he does have a very free-to-play friendly Omicron and is also required down the line for our first Galactic Legends. So he is just going to be a random pickup, add him to the Jedi squad, just to have him 7 stars so that when we decide to crack him out and start shoving our fists down our opponent's throats, because let's be honest, guys, those of you guys who are watching this and you've already been following this guide, it's dang near impossible to lose to anyone, regardless of how good that player is if you're following this guide, because our teams are just going to be better. This is why I love the AP Gains Improved Farming Guide, because it's so much more dominant than all the other ones that, like, going into GAC for the first year to year and a half, you know you're going to win. You hand it off to the toddler, to the monkey, maybe to the promiscuous penguin. You can hand it off to the promiscuous penguin, and you're coming away with a Dubberooski. You're getting crystals. You're happy. You're doing great. All your friends love you. The girls walking down the street see you, like when Tobey Maguire's doing his little thing, like, I'm no longer Spider-Man, spoiler alert, and then all the girls are like, hey, that guy's hot. That's going to be you, because you're going to be dominating Grand Arena. And then Yoda, by this time, will have 5 Jedi at 5-star, 6-star, 7-star, and then we can do the Yoda event, lock him. And then Zeb, we're going to 7. Oh my god, I'm so sick on Christmas. This is awful. Zeb is going to be a 7-star. He farmed in Galactic War currency in the shipments. 7-star him, leave him at level 1. We're literally just using him as a 7-star rebel so we can go into the Emperor Palpatine event. 7-star Emperor Palpatine. Use a 7-star Emperor Palpatine to help us unlock R2-D2. That's all he's used for. Do not apply any resources into him whatsoever. Leave him at 1 star, or 7 stars, level 1. Phase 4. This is where we start to crack a lack. We're going to, once that Django node's open, we're hitting that Django node hard. Best free-to-play node in the entire game. Once that Django, let's make this into a song so you guys can get this through your newly developing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes skulls. Once Django is unlockable, we're going to farm the fuck out of that node. It's the best. There's no rhythm here. I guess I'm just too white to have any rhythm into this song, but best free-to-play node in the entire game. You get the best ship in the game and one of the most versatile early game characters for unlocking, for being dominant, for being awesome, for having a gigantic PP. We want this character unlocked. We want him 7-starred as fast as humanly possible. After that, we're going to 4-star Geonosian Brood Alpha. Now, a lot of you guys know I hate the Geonosians. They're garbage. Never 7-star Geonosian Brood Alpha. It's a waste of resources until the later game. 4-star him, apply the Zeta so that he pre-sance with the Brood, and then leave them there. The Geos suck. Don't apply resources into them. You're going to be wasting your resources. They're awful. But they are a good backwall defensive team, and if your opponent doesn't have any of the AP Gains Improved Farming Guide strategies to take these guys down, they're going to be at a massive disadvantage. Bosk. Bosk is another fantastic character. I almost said a really bad word that started with the letter F and ended with uck. He is a great character. You're farming his ship on the Django node, so it is important to have Boss so that you can actually use the ship. The Houndstooth is going to be the best ship. It's going to help you a lot as a free-to-play player because we're going to be climbing in Fleet Arena to be getting more crystals. So that's why Bosk is going to be fantastic. He's also a great Zeta. In the early game, his leadership is fantastic for bounty hunters, getting you massive amounts of banners in GAC, allowing you to get more crystals, more free-to-play to advance faster without spending any money. And that's why Bosk is great. Now, Grief and Mando are accelerated rate characters. They are going to fill out our Bounty Hunter squad. In previous iterations, they were not accelerated rate, so we said they're very good, but they're too slow, so we're going to avoid them. Now they're very good and accelerated rate characters. They're going to make the Chewbacca 7-star event infinitely easier. I don't know why I'm doing this all the time, but I guess it's just become part of the video. And they're just all around freaking amazing. Your Bounty Hunter team is going to be better. This iteration of the free-to-play guide, thanks to accelerated characters, is going to be the best that there ever was because of lots of additions like this. Like Moff Gideon back here in Phase 1, helping a little bit of EP stuff, maybe a strong Dark Trooper eventually, and these guys right here. Additions to the AP Gains Improved Farming Strategy, making it from the greatest free-to-play farming strategy ever to the greatest free-to-play farming strategy ever. Now, EP is in here because of Zeb and our 4 Rebel guys that we use to unlock CLS a little bit later. We will be R2D2. R2D2 will be 7 stars. He will go over here, and we can unlock CLS pre-level 85. This is going to be one of our greatest teams. We're always going to underban CLS, Han Solo, Chewbacca. We're going to underban. We're going to get lots of banners, so their opponent's not going to be able to do anything. We're going to be awesome. They're going to lose. They're going to cry. No women are going to like them. We're going to be able to reproduce because we have this team. Han Solo is a raid character. You'll probably have him by this time. Side note, if you didn't already know this, be an absolute scumlord and take as much time as humanly possible, as much time as it takes to get into a guild that at least at the bare in John Deere Green, bare minimum, does Darkside Geonosis territory battles. That is not a big requirement. You can be a level 20 character, whatever the minimum to join a guild is. There are thousands, tens of thousands of guilds doing, probably not tens of thousands, but definitely thousands and thousands and thousands of guilds that are doing Geonosis territory battle on the dark side. You're going to get there. You're going to be in a good guild. By being in a good guild, you're going to be simming the Rancor raid. I don't know why I took a long pause there, so you're going to get Han Solo super fast. Padme 7-star unlock event is done by basically soloing it with Jango Fett, which is why we don't need to 7-star the Geonosians because they're a waste of resources. Jango Fett will solo the Padme event at gear 11. If you guys don't know how that works, I might post a link in the top right corner, but just go to my SWGOH guides playlist and look for my Padme unlock guide. I pioneered the strategy. It's changed tens of thousands of lives, preventing you guys from wasting resources. It's the best way to unlock Padme. But at this point, we're going to have a Padme team. We're going to have a CLS team. We're going to have a Geonosian team. We're going to have a Jedi team. We're going to have a Bounty Hunter team. We're going to have an Empire team. We're going to be stacked. Our opponents are going to have a couple of squads, and we're going to literally, this is the biggest problem with all of the accounts that run this strategy, is that we're going to have too many good teams that we're not going to be able to use some of them. We're going to be a little bored. Maybe we're going to mix. Maybe we're going to match just to spice it up. We're going to be winning, but we're going to have too many teams, which is good, but like kind of annoying. It's like having too many talented players. Some of them have to sit on the bench. Do you feel like you're wasting their talent? Yeah, but I'd rather them be on my team instead of their team. Promiscuous Penguin says, follow the APGAINS improved farming strategy. Phase 5. This is kind of just some stuff that falls into place. Chewbacca, if we have our 5-star Bounty Hunters, we'll have 5-star Chewbacca. If we have our 7-star Bounty Hunters, we'll have 7-star Chewbacca. Again, go to my SWGOH guides playlist if you want to figure out how to unlock him super easily. And then 3PO and Chewie. He's now accelerated rate recently, last couple months. He's a fantastic addition to the CLS team. You can actually 4-man that team instead of 3-man. Depending on if it's harder, you can save a banner or two if you take him out, but he's fantastic. Even at low stars, low gear, he is amazing. Going back to that guild spiel we did. I'm so sick. GK and Traya, also raid characters. What is the most important Zeta in the game? It's the Zeta you have when you unlock Darth Traya. So many bad players put a ton of resources into 7-starring Geonosian Bird Alpha, Gear 12, relicking their Geonosian characters, not realizing that that is a huge resource sink for a team that's countered easily by a Darth Vader solo, a EP Darth Vader if they're super strong, or a weak Traya. I'm at 4 million GP. I've climbed up the GAC brackets a little bit. I'm facing players who are 5 million GP. They have fully relic Geonosians, and my trio team is Gear 12, and I'm still giving them the what's what. Traya is amazing. If you have her unlocked at 5 stars, level 85 her, apply her leadership Zeta, it will counter Geonosians like they're bugs, like they're roaches, because they are roaches, and you'll be happy. And then GK you'll unlock. He'll be the capital ship leader to your final fleet once you're nice and happy. Phase 6. Phase 6. This is where we start getting our Revan action going. Boom! These are all the requirements for Darth Revan. We're going to start farming those bad boys up. We're going to be gearing up, our core teams, getting our teams up to stuff, staying competitive with our opponents. But we're going to farm them all out. We're going to get our Darth Revan. Darth Revan is going... Oh my god. I sent a prayer for APGAINS if you're still watching. We're going to be getting our Darth Revan. We're going to get him before Jedi Knight Revan. I know a lot of people get Jedi Knight Revan first. He's a lot faster to unlock. We already have some of his requirements done. I know it's a little controversial. It does work better. Just trust me. We've been doing this. Darth Revan is infinitely better than Jedi Knight Revan, and we're going to get Jedi Knight Revan immediately following this, so you're not going to be missing out. You're not going to have any FOMO. It's not going to be like, Oh my god. Oh, APGAINS phone case not available for sale anymore, I don't think. Oh my god, Chad's at the party. Oh, Chad, can I come to the party? I have FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't have Genet Riven. We're going to get him right after this, I promise. Don't be sad. And then Scion and Nihilus just to round out our triumvirate squad, just to make sure we can 3-man the Geonosians, Shmeonosians super easily. Phase 7. We're going to unlock Genet Riven. What did I tell you? I said the next thing we're going to do is unlock Genet Riven. Everyone loves Genet Riven. Lots of people get them before Darth Riven. That's fine if you do that. It's not as good. Objectively, it's not as good. But, am I still recording? I'm still recording. Awesome. But, he is a very fantastic character, and he leads us right into Malik. This is the point where Nicole's account is right now. She just got Malik. Malik is relicked. Malik has his Zetas. This is where Nicole's account is at right now. She has all this. She has all her good teams. She's dominating GAC. I literally cannot remember. I do not have the brain processing power to remember the last time Nicole's account lost in GAC. Actually, she did lose one time, and it was so monumental into the community that other YouTubers made a freaking videos, 3 of them actually, 1 bigger guy and 2 kind of smaller guys, made videos because it was so monumental that Nicole's account, Nicole's my girlfriend, Nikki Biggs, you probably heard her if you watch a stream. She runs the same farming guide from start to finish. She lost once, and it sent shockwaves in the community. And she only lost because we didn't set a defense. So she was unable to win because we weren't paying attention. And even usually when we don't pay attention, it's still impossible to lose. But this time it just happened to work out. So that's my spiel. This is where her account is right now. We're farming for C-3PO. C-3PO requires farming the Ewoks. The Ewoks are not like in here, I don't think, but farm the Ewoks. Go to my SWGOH Guides playlist. I'm probably not going to put a link in the top right-hand corner, but just go to my YouTube channel and click on playlist and go for SWGOH Guides playlist. To tell you the Ewoks, the minimum gear, you're going to get him. He's going to help you in your CLS team, but more importantly, he's going to go with Shaak Ti, and he's going to go with Padme, and he's going to go with GK, and he's going to go with Ahsoka, and we're going to be able to unlock gas. And what else do we need for gas? We got to have our clones up and running, but more importantly than getting these clones up and running is just having them unlocked and just like, you know, gear 12 them, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Phase 9, boom, gas requirements. We got our P2 gas requirements and our P4 gas requirements. Gas is a lot easier to get. A fantastic character. He's going to put us at the point where we're dominating fools, to the point where like it's so embarrassingly unfair for our opponents that like we might need to have candlelight vigils for them, because even at this point you go in and you're just like, okay, well, what are you going to do? You going to try and beat me? I don't think so. And then GG, we're going to unlock him just because we have all these droids here, and then Magna Guard way back here. And then Nuke Gunray if we're in Territory Wars, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, we got into ships. Ooh, spoiler. And then we're going to have a good GG team. And then we're going to have even more powerful teams. And it's going to become just ridiculously unfair. At this point, we're at the snowball effect where opponents are just so far behind that they can never catch up. But we're building speed. When you roll that snowball down the hill, and I don't know why I'm explaining the snowball effect to you guys. It's kind of self-evident. You roll the snowball, and it gets bigger, and it gets bigger, and it gets bigger. And Wat Tambor is in here just because eventually we'll have a 4 or 5-star Wat from being in Dark Side Geonosis territory battles. You can plug him into your GG team. He's so versatile, great Zeta, all that good stuff. Phase 10, our first Galactic Legend. You might be asking APGAINS, why haven't we rushed a Galactic Legend earlier? Because rushing a Galactic Legend is freaking stupid. It's the worst idea ever. Pre all of these massive GAC changes from last month. Now it's such a bad idea that a lot of people quit the game because they rushed Galactic Legends, because they were like, APGAINS says don't rush Galactic Legend, but I think I'm smarter than APGAINS, I'll do it anyway. And now they're quitting the game because they realized that they didn't listen to APGAINS and they wasted a year of their life. I'm being such a dick this episode, I'm sorry. But Jedi Master Kenobi, aka Glock, don't call him JMK, call him Glock. G-L-O-K, Galactic Legend, or G-L-O-K, Galactic Legend Obi-Wan Kenobi. Glock. Is going to be our first Galactic Legend, and then just here are some of his other requirements that we don't already have. Yes, it's annoying to relic a lot of these characters, but we got to do it anyway. He is fantastic. Even without Commander Ahsoka Tano, he is fantastic. I don't have Kat. She's not going to be free-to-play farmable for 6 more months. I won't wail on her because I'm dead broke, but if I did have money, I would have wailed on her, but they don't let you wail on her, so I mean, it just sucks. And that's the characters. That's basically 3 million galactic power. That's probably 2.5 years of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes there for you boys. And of course, there are other teams in here that I didn't mention. Lots of people love Imperial Troopers and stuff like that. Jesus Christ. If at any point you're in like a slow phase and you're waiting for something, you can always farm up other teams. More teams are going to come into the game, more characters are going to come to the game. That's why these farming guides come out like every 6 months, because when more characters are added, the meta is constantly evolving, and I will stay here to help you work through the meta, so you will never be lost. You will always be in good hands. Trust in APGAINS. Ships. Lots of people ask about ships. I never really include ships in these farming guides, but here is basically the most important ships for you guys. So getting Zetas is super important, and you need 5 7-star dark side character ship thingies to unlock Tarkin 7-star, and then you use Tarkin 7-star with any ships to unlock Zeta challenges at the 5-star event, which is when you get the Zetas, and that's super, super important to a lot of you guys. I'm just going to break down basic early to mid game ships for you. MILF, Millennium Falcon, very good. Houndstooth, very good. Anakin, very good. 3 best ships in the game right here. I don't know why they're in this order. I didn't make this graphic, but thank God bless. Do I even have Discord open? I don't even have Discord open. We're going to take an intermission to open Discord on my phone to shout out the guy who made this graphic for me, because he is freaking awesome. Metal Ward, God bless you, sir, for making this graphic. Make it a lot easier for the 6th Precinct. Drop a like, drop a comment. Say thank you, Metal Ward, for making this graphic, helping me understand why APGAINS is even more awesome in 3D and color. Well, I guess it's 2D, but... All right, so here are the ships we're going to use to get these Zetas done. Obviously, I told you we're farming Django from the jump. We are going to get this 7-star Bosk. We're also going to be farming these Geonosian, Shmeonosian ships in the stores, in the shipments when they pop up. We're going to get them 7 stars. If you can count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5. TIE Pilot is super easy to unlock. I mean, it's like super easy to get this guy up to 7 stars. He's also in the shipments. We'll have 5. We'll be able to unlock 7-star Tarkin. We'll go in. Why are we farming the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships? Anakin ship, probably top 3. I mean, definitely top 3 best ship in the game. Anakin's going to be super awesome. These 3 right here are bounty. Well, these 4 right here are bounty hunters. And we need 4 bounty hunter ships to get our Millennium Falcon. And Millennium Falcon is fantastic. And the people who have them versus the people who don't, drastic difference in Grand Arena and Fleet Arena. If you guys are free to play, that's the areas you want to pay the most attention to. So, get your Anakin, get your Ahsoka and your Plo Koon for when you eventually get Negotiator, because you're going to be hopping in there. You're going to be getting that Get To from your guild because you were a scumbag early and you got into a good guild. They were like, hey, just get your 600 tickets and you'll get you in here. And you have a Negotiator before anyone else, so you're dominating crystals, so you're dominating farms, so you're being better. It's all a snowball. APGAINS approved farming guide is a snowball. It is Christmas. It is thematic. It makes sense. Thank you guys for expecting and appreciating my genius when it comes to references to snowballs and Christmas and farming guides. And then the 4 bounty hunters are just going to give you Millennium Falcon. He goes with your home 1. It's going to be a dominant fleet for you. It's going to be awesome. And that is the APGAINS approved farming guide. 2022, the best farming guide for you guys. This will be updated if any drastic changes are made. I don't know what characters are being released in 2022 because I don't work for Capital Games, though a lot of you guys think I do. I don't. Capital Games, schmuck my dick. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to show some support for all the hard work that me and all the people who help make this channel, you can go down into the description and click the Become a Member link. It will take you to a page where you can become a member. It gives you access to our esport that we created, the IGO, which is awesome. It also just gives you a cool thing in live streams or in chatting in the comment section of videos, and just is an awesome way that you guys can show some support for all of the stupid videos that I upload, because let's be honest, I'm kind of an idiot. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you, and I will see you later.